Morning. We've arrived in Bikaner, spelled Bikaner or AR, beg your pardon. Um, yeah, I shall talk about this place after we've been here for 4 days. As you can see, we're in a magnificent old heritage home. Um, yeah, it's just perfect. Sun shining. What more can you want? Today I want to talk about our visit to Jaipur. We had such a great time there. It was just unbelievable. We had 4 days originally booked, but we added another two because although we've been Jaipur for this will be our third visit, it's still a sunny city. And this time round, we saw stuff that we haven't seen on our previous two visits. Obviously, you've got your usual suspects, which where most of the tourists go if they're on the Golden Triangle tour, which involves Delhi, Jaipur, and Agra. Sometimes they involve Ranthambore Tiger Sanctuary, but uh, but there's so much to offer more in Jaipur than just the Hawa Mahal, which is what they call a Palace of the Winds, a fantastic structure. You've got the City Palace, which is also really worth you know having a look round. You pay a little bit more entrance fees because being a tourist, but that's okay. Um, Regarding the Hawa Mahal, yeah, it's an amazing structure. It's a palace as well behind it. There's lots to see and do. Plenty of climbing upstairs to get up high to look out over the street, but it is just an amazing place. I would urge you to visit a cafe, which is it's in a little narrow entrance up some very steep stairs, I might add. I struggled with that, but it's called the Tattoo Cafe um, and Lounge. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Uh, yeah, so when you get up there, don't be put off when there's a guy before you actually get into the cafe asking for money. Yeah, last time we wondered what was happening, but basically they take 250 rupees per person off of you, which comes off your bill when you go up there if you're going to eat or drink, or if you're not going to do anything, just take pictures because it is completely opposite the Palace of the Winds on a rooftop. So the photo opportunities are just really, fabulous. So you can't blame them for charging a little bit of money because otherwise you're just going to get people go up there, take their pictures and leave. So I would recommend the Tattoo uh, Cafe and Lounge. Um, like I mentioned, the City Palace, you can go into the palace itself um, rather you can go into the area that's not occupied by the current Maharaja who still lives there. And the fee, I think, if I got that right, it's about £10 each. It's thoroughly worth it. We was in there for most of the day. There's so much to see. But if you wanted to pay, which we didn't, I might add, £40 each, which is a great jump, you can actually go into and view some of the rooms in the Maharaja's private house. Like I said, um, he looked like he was doing well enough without us paying out £80. Uh, I must give a big shout out also to our hotel. It was called the Rime Vista, Rime Vista Hotel. It's a heritage hotel in an area called Bani Park. Um, Funny enough, our last visit to Jaipur just over a year ago, we stayed in a hotel called the Unmaid Mahal, which was literally just around the corner. Um, but this time, because we're sort of traveling for 2 months and sort of we've got a budget like everyone has, that was a little bit more expensive than what we wanted to pay. But I absolutely would urge you to look up Ryan Vista Hotel. I think our stay was, if I got this right, for 4 nights, it was £150. Incredible value for money. The staff are just out of this world. They really are. They're so helpful. They're gradually there's building work going on, but don't be put off. You don't hear any of that, but they're gradually restoring this magnificent building back to its former glory. Our room was spotlessly clean. It was very spacious. It was really, really lovely. The food there was good. Breakfast, yeah, it was okay. But you can get whatever you want. If you want eggs on toast or scrambled eggs or poached eggs, that's no bother. But it's normally an Indian laid out breakfast, which is, even though we visited India so many times, it's still odd to eat curries and stuff first thing in the morning. But yeah, it was, like I said, I can't recommend it highly enough. The Hotel Rime Vista. A couple of other places that you may want to visit. It's worth it if you like a museum. One called the Albert Hall Museum. We used our man Zakia, who was fabulous, our tuk-tuk driver. Um, he took us there. The building it's housing is absolutely magnificent. It really, really is worth it. Even if you just want to look from the outside, it's worth it. Unfortunately, inside, yes, there's lots of great artifacts dating back hundreds and hundreds of years. It's worth a good look round, but unfortunately, the building is lacking in maintenance. It's in really bad state of repair in some areas. And also some of the artifacts, although they're in glass cabinets, when you look inside, the thickness of dust is unreal. But then again, I suppose this is India. This is what they do. But it's such a shame not to be looking after some of these very, very precious artifacts, I'm sure. So the Albert Hall Museum. Also, our driver on that trip, because it was sort of a fair way out, we visited the Patrika Gate, which is another magnificent structure. It's a great, how do I describe it? It's like the biggest roundabout you've ever seen. The gate is on the roundabout, and incorporated behind the gate is a really lovely park. Um, Getting to it across the main road is, yeah, a feat in itself. You a bit like take your life in your own hands. You just got to uh, go for it. Hopefully they stop. They all do, but it does. It's a bit daunting. Once you get to the middle of the roundabout, uh, and yeah, you can have a good look round. It's a great park. Also, it's a great place that we've noticed for photographers and their clients, wedding photos, posing photos. There's plenty of that going on. Hold on, that's the train. We're near the railway station here. If you can hear the new hooter, that's it. It's gone now. Yeah, so Patrika Gate is really worth going. Um, there's also when we visited last time, although we didn't walk up it, the younger members of our party did. Uh, but it's called the Sisodia Rani Palace. No, I shall rephrase that. A couple of other places that you may want to visit. It's worth it if you like a museum. One called the Albert Hall Museum. We used our man Zakia, who was fabulous, our tuk-tuk driver. Um, he took us there. The building it's housing is absolutely magnificent. It really, really is worth it. Even if you just want to look from the outside, it's worth it. Unfortunately, inside, yes, there's lots of great artifacts dating back hundreds and hundreds of years. It's worth a good look round, but unfortunately, the building is lacking in maintenance. It's in really bad state of repair in some areas. And also some of the artifacts, although they're in glass cabinets, when you look inside, the thickness of dust is unreal. But then again, I suppose this is India. This is what they do. But it's such a shame not to be looking after some of these very, very precious artifacts, I'm sure. So the Albert Hall Museum. Um, Also, our driver on that trip, because it was sort of a fair way out, we visited the Patrika Gate, which is another magnificent structure. Uh, it's a great, how do I describe it? It's like the biggest roundabout you've ever seen. The gate is on the roundabout, and incorporated behind the gate is a really lovely park. Um, Getting to it across the main road is, yeah, a feat in itself. You a bit like take your life in your own hands. You just got to uh, go for it. Hopefully they stop. They all do, but it does. It's a bit daunting. Once you get to the middle of the roundabout, uh, and yeah, you can have a good look round. It's a great park. Also, it's a great place that we've noticed for photographers and their clients, wedding photos, posing photos. There's plenty of that going on. Hold on, that's the train. We're near the railway station here. If you can hear the new hooter, that's it. It's gone now. Yeah, so Patrika Gate is really worth going. Um, there's also when we visited last time, although we didn't walk up it, the younger members of our party did. Uh, but it's called the Sisodia. Also, while you're in town, it's worth visiting. It's called the Isalat Sargas Sargasuli Tower. Isalat Sargasuli Tower. My pronunciation is terrible. I can hardly speak my own language, let alone some foreign words. Um, but yeah, it's a big tall minaret. It's not part of a mosque, but yeah, you can walk up it. I don't. It doesn't involve steps, but it's a very sort of quite a big climb up a spiral slope. Like I said last time, it was the end of the day. We was all the older members were exhausted, but the younger members went up there. So yeah, give that a look as well. Um, get yourself a tuk-tuk driver, or ask your hotel, or get a friendly guy rather, and take a visit to the Monkey Temple. It's called Galta G, Galtajir, Galta G, or otherwise known as the Monkey Temple. It's a little way out of town. It probably takes you 30, 35 minutes. It sounds a long time. It's not a long way, but the traffic in Jaipur is just mad. But it's worth it. We was recommended a tuk-tuk driver by our hotel. Um, he was with us most of the sort of afternoon and early morning afternoon, and we give him 1,500 rupees, which was it's around about £12. It was thoroughly worth it. So first of all, we visited the Monkey Temple. It's amazing, and the antics of the monkeys would never ever stop us laughing because uh, what they get up to and what they try and take off a tourist. We saw one monkey running around with someone's pants because there is a pool, like a tank they call them in India, a pool where the local or Indians they go in and bathe in it, sort of devotees, and so clearly they're taking their clothes off and changing, but the monkeys seem this was a great opportunity. Let's have a pair of pants away. But yeah, so and also someone there was a wheelchair there. The monkeys had taken over. I'm sure if they'd have worked out how to sort of stand on their back legs and push it around, they would have had the best time. But it is a really worth visiting. You know, the architecture, the buildings. Yeah, it was fabulous. And then on the way back, our driver stopped at a place called Sisodia Rani Palace. Now, from the roadside where we parked, it was just a little entrance kiosk. It didn't really give you any, um, yeah, you think you would have drove past it. You wouldn't have thought, oh, let's go in there. But once you go inside, it was a beautiful garden on 2 or 3 levels. Really quiet, really nice, really well kept. I can only presume that I'm sure that they use it for a lot of weddings and photographic shoots. But yeah, the Sidonia Rani Palace and Gardens. But yeah, I mean, Jaipur is fabulous. Yeah, Jaipur is an amazing place. I would urge you to visit it. You know, many tour groups do, but like we do it independently. I would certainly urge you to just do it in your leisure. You know, go to these places. You get a tuk-tuk from your hotel or a car. It's so cheap. And also, I must mention Uber and Ola, O-L-A, two apps, must-have apps on your phone, because they're invaluable. You know, because sometimes a tuk-tuk driver will give you a price, and although it isn't a great deal of money, you think, wow, that seems expensive. But then when you go on to Uber, it's like half the price, and then, you know, you save, you know, quite a bit of money. But just get around in your own leisure. You know, walk about, look up coffee shops like we did, and look up little restaurants, and just chill. You know, and that's what it was. It was a nice 6 days of good sightseeing, great things to do, but also chilled as well. Um, that's about it really for Jaipur. If I think of anything else, I'm sure I'll add it to the video before I publish it. But yeah, so now we're in Bikaner. We're here for 4 nights. It originally wasn't on our plans, but so many people said you've got to visit. So we're here in a magnificent old heritage home, like I said, homestay. But more on that on my next vlog. Okay, so hopefully anyone that's following it will find this information useful. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to start doing this, and I feel a bit easier this time than the first time, so I'm sure as they go on, it will be much better. It's me again. I just wanted to add and just rectify a mistake that I made in the video. If you're watching the first part, I mentioned the hotel Ryan Vista, which, yeah, like I said, is absolutely fantastic, and I said it was £150 for 4 nights, but I got that totally wrong. It was £119 for 4 nights. Absolutely incredible value for what you get and where you stay. So it's just a little correction. And also I want to add, like I do, write a travel blog. So if you want to follow that, just type in www. mypassionfortravel, all one word, .co.uk. mypassionfortravel.co.uk. And yeah, there you go. That's just the little correction.